Zack Snyder's Justice League, finally on digital. As always, if you like the content, make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, all that good stuff. So yesterday, on June 27, 2022, Zack Snyder actually went on Twitter and posted Own It on digital on July 19, which is good and it's bad. I want to talk about the good first, and then I want to talk about the bad. Alright, the good is because we've been pushing and we've been trying and we finally got it. You know, since 2017 we've been fighting, and finally in 2021 we finally got it. The Snydercut, you know, that unicorn that everybody said it didn't exist. We finally have it. It's a big success. Everybody loved it. And it's just, you know, it's there. It's been making money. When you go to the stores, even to this day, you know, I go to Target, I go to Walmart, you know, stores that still sell physical, and they're still sold out, you know, and here we are like over a year later. And that's good because, you know, people want this, and that's good because it's bringing more revenue, but at the same time, that's like a blade that's double-edged, and I'll talk about that real quick because, all right, we've been supporting so much that Warner Brothers has been doing, and especially with the Snyder Cut. I mean, go ahead, take my money, you know, like that's what at least I want to see, and majority of the fans want to see, because it's already been established, you know. And the bad thing about that is that I'm tired of giving them money, and they don't want to give us, the consumer, what we want. They know that we want Restore the Snyderverse. They know that we want the Snyderverse. They know that we want Justice League 2, that we want Justice League 3. But the thing is, they're not taking action on it. They might be behind closed doors, but they're just taking way too long. And especially with all this scandal and everything that's been going on with Amber Heard and, what's his name, Ezra Miller. It's just, you know, it's in a limbo, you know. I would say recast, but then at the same time, it's like, why recast when you already have the actors there, you know? And with this whole Hamada-verse, you know, everything that Walter Hamada has been doing is just separating and just like keeping everything away instead of staying connected to what we already have in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because you can have Aquaman 1, 2, and 3, you know, let that take place right before, you know, everything that leads up to Justice League, you know? The same thing with what you call it, with Suicide Squad. You know, let that all lead before it all gets into, you know, Justice League. You know, have these other spin-offs, but still within the universe with the same cast. You know, and this is where they ruin it, because you had David Ayer that in his universe, he had these characters that, you know, we had Deadshot, we had Joker, we have Harley Quinn, but then you have Hamada-verse where you're bringing in, you know, what was there before, but now you're switching it up, and you know, it's just so much. It's just so confusing. So it's just a mess. Just keep continuity going, and that's what we get with the Snyder Cut. You know, because if you look at it, Aquaman dies, and he's done in Justice League. You can see when Darkseid kills him. You know, and all right, what about Aquaman 1, 2, and we know 3 is gonna happen after 2 comes out. But they should just do where it connects and it leads up to where Aquaman eventually dies in the Snyder Cut. And then with Mara, yes, Amber Heard, you know, she's the one that takes up, you know, after Aquaman, because that's what we get in the Nightmare timeline. You see, there's so much things that they can work off. And then you have Henry Cavill, you know, it's like they bring him in the Peacemaker, but they bring him in a cameo, a quick cameo. The same thing with Shazam. You know, at the end, they just cut off his head, but the body's still there. That's still Henry Cavill. You know, if they don't plan on using these characters, then just go ahead and just recast them. Give it to the people that are playing their stunts. You know, it's like, well, if Ben Affleck doesn't want to come, all right, cool. You know, it's like the business has to keep on going. Just recast it and give it to the guy that's behind them. You know, the one that stands in for the character. You know, when they're filming. That's what they need to do with these characters. You know, you already have Gal Gadot there as Wonder Woman. I mean, just connect it all, you know. Recast somebody that looks like Ray Fisher and just give us a Cyborg movie, you know. Give us this trilogy. Like I said in a previous video before, you can check it out. You know, how to restore the Snyderverse. And that's me just laying the ideas, you know. It's like, yo, it's right there. The puzzle's right there. Just put it together. What's so hard? But then again, WB with their ego, and this is where I say it's bad because it's good and it's bad. It's good for us, the fans. It's good for the movement, you know, the Snydercut movement. And it's good because it's just, okay, you know, like, it's high demand and, you know, the numbers are going to go up and the views are going to go up, the clicks, all that stuff. But now, I'm tired as a consumer of giving money to Warner Brothers and saying, hey, here. I've already bought it in physical. You know, I already saw it and supported it on HBO Max. Now you want me to buy it on digital? Come on, yo. Like, I'm spending what? Like, just add all that up. You get what I'm saying? This is just all a little deploy that they're using for marketing. You know? Is something going to come from this? I want it to. But I'm going to be skeptical now. You know? Because I'm just going to speculate that hopefully something happens. But I'm not going to put all my hope in there. You know why? I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to be negative. But I'm going to be real with you. For long, we've been getting our feelings crushed by WB. But at the same time, yes, we kept on fighting until we got the Snyder Cut. The same's going to happen eventually. But what they need to do is say something. Just say, hey, look, we are going to restore it. The same way that Ann Sarnoff was there. When she was there, she said, we don't plan on restoring it. And, you know, like, we're done and with the trilogy of Snyder. No, you're not. This is what the consumer, this is what we, the paying customer, wants. And if the Warner Brothers Discovery knows what's good for business, they need to restore the Snyderverse. So why all this? Is it going to lead eventually to Justice League 2? Is it going to give us 3? Is it going to give us finally a Ben Affleck solo movie? Because he was robbed by Robert Pattinson. I don't care what you said. That's exactly what happened. He got robbed and they gave it to Robert Pattinson. And then nobody ended up getting his own trilogy. Which is garbage. And then you have Henry Cavill that's been, what, like 9 years since Man of Steel? Since 2013 and we're in 2022? Come on. Like, yo, utilize these people. Ray Fisher never got a movie. Now The Flash, it keeps on getting delayed, especially with the whole drama that's going on with Ezra Miller. Who knows what's going to happen. But you see what happens? It's good because, okay, for us, the fans, we're fighting and all that. But it's bad because we keep on giving them money and supporting them, but they're not giving us anything. So why should we, the paying consumer, keep on giving you money, but you're not going to give us what we want anytime soon? And that's where I, as the fan, the consumer, the supporter, don't want to back up anymore. You know? If you do, go for it. That's you. But think about it. That's your hard-earned money. You're giving it to them, and they still don't do anything towards what you want, the paying consumer? Yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, as always, drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you like the channel. All that good stuff. And as always, till next time.